There is this subconscious thought that all of us have, that most people carry with them in our society, that you have to be saving for your kid's college. Otherwise, you're a bad parent. Well, I'm here to tell you that's not true. As a matter of fact, I'm not saving for my kid's college education, and I'll tell you why. Now, this conversation isn't going to be about politics or even my thoughts on the education system or universities as a whole. Although I have some strong opinions about that, you can follow me on Instagram to learn more about my personal beliefs on our education system in our country. We're going to focus on the financial part of this. Something that we see often is when we have people who are saving for their kids' college, but they're not saving for their own retirement. This is something you need to watch out for. Although emotionally, it makes sense that we want to be selfless and care for our kids. That thought is a worthy endeavor. It's actually poorly executed. You see, if you really want to care for your kids, you have to make sure you take care of yourself. Sadly, when we age, our expenses and the things that cost us money, they change. Yet our ability to earn income also changes. We need to have money saved for our future. Otherwise, we're going to be asking our kids in the future to care for us. So, one of the best things that you can do to genuinely care for your kids, make sure that you're making regular contributions to your retirement account. And do this before making any regular contributions to your kids' college savings account. I get it. You're trying to help your kids avoid student loans, and college is really expensive. I mean, let's put some numbers to this, all right? Let's assume it cost your kid $200,000 to go to school for 4 years. It could be less, it could be more, but let's just say $200,000 is a round average, right? Well, think about if you don't save for your retirement. How much is it going to cost you to live when you no longer have any income? I guess from the time that you retire to the time that you pass, it'll be much more than $200,000. And if you can't pay for that, who is? The burden likely falls to your children. So not saving for your own retirement will actually end up costing your kids more than how much you would have saved them or helped them when college came around. All right, so let's assume you are saving for retirement. You are maxing out your 401k, you're maxing out your IRA, one of those two things, or even you're making regular contributions to your retirement account. Okay, if you're doing that, how can you still care for your children? How can you provide for them financially? Again, this is a worthy endeavor. Well, here's what I do. I don't save in a specific college savings account. The reason I do that is to provide flexibility for my children. There's more than one way to provide for your kids financially. Paying for their wedding, paying for a portion of their down payment on their house, helping fund a missionary trip that they want to go on, or maybe even helping them start a business. These are all things that I'm sure you would love to help your children do when the time comes. But if you're putting your kids saving, you're saving for their future in one of these college savings accounts, you cannot pull that money out of those accounts to pay for one of these things without penalty or tax implications. So for me, I'm saving for my kids' future with flexibility. Again, saving for the future for your children is a great thing. Do that. But don't feel shamed that you're not specifically saving for their college. There's so many things that your child might want to do in the future, and you want to have the flexibility to draw from an account to use it to meet your kids' needs the best. Now, you don't just want to put this money into a regular savings account. You want to be able to keep up with inflation, and you want this money to grow as your child grows. So what I do, I invest this in a general investment account. Not one of those accounts that's covered by a tax code like a 401k or an IRA. You can invest into the market. You can have a general investment account that's diversified and grows well without it being part of one of these tax code type of investments. And that's what I do. I'm not saying that investing money for your child's future in a specific tax-sheltered college education savings fund is a bad idea. I'm just saying you don't have to feel shame if you're not doing it. Some tax sheltered accounts are better for you than they are for your neighbor. And this is why it's wise to consult with a financial advisor who knows your situation, who can dive into your personal finances to ensure that the way that you're saving money and the type of investment accounts you have is genuinely best for you. The way it works for me and the future of my kids, a tax sheltered college tuition savings account is not what's best. It doesn't meet the financial goals that I have for me and my family, and it doesn't meet some of our personal goals in the future that we want for our children. So the next time that your aunt at the family dinner tries to shame you for not having a college savings plan for your kid, just send them this video. Let them know, hey, you still love your children just the same. You're just planning to prepare for their future in a different way.